Hey everybody, so today I am just going to be, giving you an introduction on my grandma. I'm going to explain a little bit about her. I'm going to explain her life, I'm going to start out by saying she was an army brat. So that does have a lot to do with her story and what I'm going to be, filling you all in on today. I will also continue by saying my grandma was a very strong-willed person, as she is now. She's definitely the type of woman to stand her ground, and if, you don't like something that she does, she's going to let you know about it. And that is definitely something I look up to, because I aspire to be the same type of woman. I'm not going to just let any type of person run over me, and my grandma is definitely a very good mentor in that type of mentality, because she definitely knows how to stand her ground. So I already mentioned that she was an army brat, and she lived in Columbus, Georgia at the time. Her mother, my great-grandmother, had met a man, and he was in the army, and he got stationed to Stuttgart, Germany. She did let me know that Stuttgart, Germany, lots of snow. She said they did spend a lot of their time snow sledding and, just playing in the snow. She said she does remember that. She was pretty young, but she does say that she remembers a lot of snow in Germany. She lived in there for about 3 years. As well, to continue the story with sledding, there was a hill called Suicide Hill. She wouldn't tell me what happened, but she did tell me that her and her sisters had snuck out one day while her mother was at work. They were supposed to stay home. They went to Suicide Hill, and she wouldn't tell me what happened, but just from the name of the hill, it kind of scares me. I don't really know if I want to know. But they did live in Germany for about 3 years, and after Germany, they did get transferred to Livorno, Italy. And the camp was Camp Darby, and she did like Italy. She said it was a very big change from Italy to Germany, just for the fact that Germany was more of snow and sledding and, more of winter type activities, whereas Italy, she said it was, summer, hot. She said they lived about 3 blocks from the beach. They did live on base at Camp Darby. She did let me know that there are some beaches in Italy that, let's just say, children weren't allowed to go to because they were nude beaches. And, teenagers being teenagers, they snuck out one day as well, and they went to the beach. Not the nude beach, but, as they called it, the American beach, which is where everyone from the Camp Darby base would go if they wanted to go to the beach. Well, they did not know that they would almost drown that day, so they had made them a homemade raft. She said that money was very tight back then. They had 5 children, 5 siblings. So all 5 of her siblings had made a homemade raft, and they wanted to, go to the beach, have a fun day without their mom knowing, right? Well, they said their homemade raft failed them, and it did, sink. They were in some huge waves. That is one thing she, made sure to let me know. Italy had very, very big, waves, not like the ones that we see at Myrtle Beach or, Tybee. She said the waves were crazy, crazy big. But the waves did crash their float, and they did find like a tree and some limbs and, things like that to try to hold on to. But she said the longer and longer they held on, the longer and longer they just didn't feel like, fighting. She said she kept calling out, and her siblings were obviously losing hope, but she said she was, steady calling out, steady looking for people, trying to find things to, make others concentrate, like, we can get out of this. But what ended up happening is some fishermen, they had a boat, and they saw them, waving their hands, yelling, and all of that good stuff, and the fishermen eventually did come and did save them. And let's just say my great-grandma wasn't too happy when she got home from work and, found out that her 5 kids decided to sneak out and have a beach day, and almost drowned. That was the tip of the iceberg for her. So after Italy, they did go to Fort Ord, California. she did make sure to tell me the air quality in California was very, very bad. She said there was some days you would walk outside and it just felt like, you were either having an asthma attack, couldn't breathe, She said it was terrible. She said the air quality would get so bad on some days they would have to travel to another city, another, part of California just to be able to breathe. She said it was seriously one of the worst things that she had ever gone through. Not only did they just, live in Fort Ord, California, but she said they had traveled to many different parts of California. Along with her informing me about how California's beaches were, she said that they were very, very crowded from what she can remember. Her favorite from Italy, Germany, and California had to have been Italy because she's not too fond of the cold weather. I kind of get that from her as well, but she does prefer Italy. And going on with California, they also had earthquakes, which, not too fond of that either. That is not something that we want. That is not something that we like. So, yeah, that's my grandma's story. She definitely is somebody that I look up to in many ways than just one. And I'm sure you can tell from my story, she's a very strong-willed person. If she wanted to do something, she was definitely going to go do it. And she definitely has some crazy stories. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all had a good time.